Simon Boxall in for Donna Bush with your CIG TV news brief and weather forecast on this Friday. Thanks for being here. The Public Health Department this afternoon published its COVID update with the most recent numbers of persons testing positive for COVID-19. In the 24 hours between 8 a.m. on Wednesday and 8 a.m. on Thursday, 154 people tested positive for COVID-19. This included one traveler and 153 people in the community. Officials noted that of the 1,650 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the community, to date, there were currently 648 active cases, while some 1,002 people have recovered from the disease. 4 people remain hospitalized. 79% of the population have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and 76% have received two doses. Just under 3,200 people have received a booster dose. All households are reminded that they must continue to isolate at home, whether test results have been received or not, until they are advised they can leave by a public health official. Those in need of support should contact the flu hotline at 1-800-534-8600 or 947-3077, or by email to flu@hsa.ky. Government has issued national guidelines for COVID-19 testing in early childhood care and education centers, as well as other educational institutions. The guidelines offer advice on when and how to test in various potential scenarios, as well as instructions on when individuals and households are required to isolate and for how long. The guidelines follow the Cayman Islands government's national policy on the use of antigen-detecting rapid diagnostic tests, also known as lateral flow tests. While the tests are not mandatory, the Cayman Islands government has made lateral flow test kits available for parents and guardians to test their children at home twice per week on Monday and Thursday mornings. Positive results should be reported to the public health web portal, and that's port-covid19-result once they are known. Students with negative results may attend school. Interested persons may find out more about the policy online at explore.ky/LFT-policy. CIG TV News Brief will bring you more on this story next week. Today, the Department of Children and Family Services celebrated the end of the annual Older Persons Month observance with a special luncheon for Older Persons Month ambassadors. Held at Morgan's Restaurant off West Bay Road, the event was attended by Parliamentary Secretary Ms. Heather Bodden and members of the DCF team. The role of ambassador recognizes and celebrates older persons who are role models in the community and their contributions. CIG TV spoke to a number of the ambassadors about the importance of Older Persons Month, of older persons within the community, and how they felt about the recognition.
All right, during OPM, we should pay more focus on the older people because it's a special time of the year for them. This month was designed for them, so let us pay more attention to them this time. Give them a Christmas gift before Christmas. And, because they deserve it, they have paid their dues, they're well experienced, they have been quite knowledgeable in all their life welfare and so forth. So let us give them that special privilege to them.
When I was asked to be the ambassador for the District of West Bay for Older Persons Month, I was sort of taken aback because I don't like to be noticed, believe it or not. Everything I do is because I care for people, but to be recognized is really not mine. But then I accepted it graciously, humbly, with appreciation that what I do help out with is having some positive effect.
For photos of the Older Persons Month closing lunch, visit Department of Children and Family Services Facebook page. Turning now to today's forecast. Tonight there will be partly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will fall to the low 70s. Winds will be southwesterly at 5 to 10 knots, becoming northwesterly 10 to 15 knots early tomorrow afternoon. Seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Today's synopsis calls for light winds and smooth seas across the Cayman Islands today due to a weak pressure gradient over the Western Caribbean Sea. Additionally, a cold front is expected to move into our area by late tonight, leading to an increase in cloudiness, chances of showers and veering of the winds from the west. Most of the showers activities is anticipated to occur on Saturday with moderate northwesterly winds. A reminder that you can find the latest on local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky, or simply download that app on your mobile device, CINWS. Before signing off, we ask you to please stay tuned for an important message from Premier Wayne Panton immediately following this news brief. And that's it for today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Simon Boxall in for Donna Bush, inviting you to join us here again on Monday evening. Until then, have a great weekend.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Join Donna Bush weekdays at 6 p.m. for the CIG TV News Update. Get the latest on what's happening in government on a daily basis. News Update first at 6 p.m.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required. Did you know that a deck more than 6 inches above finished grade requires planning permission? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?